Hello and Namaste Rasikas. I'm very happy to meet you all in this first episode of Tiny Manodharma. Like I was mentioning in the teaser, we will start with Kalpanaswaras first. I think that is the progression that would also be the right one. Starting to sing some Kalpanaswaras, then trying to do little bit of Raga Alapana and so on. So this episode I will just do a little bit introduction about Kalpanaswaras, how to get started, and also will give you an assignment at the end of the session. So Kalpanaswaras are creative swara singing exercises. In any kriti, either in the Pallavi or Anupallavi or Charanam or anywhere in between, it is up to the artist to choose a particular point and then try to improvise and sing whatever occurs to them at that point, adhering to the grammar of the raga. For instance, if you are talking about Vatapi Ganapati, the famous Muthuswami Dikshitar composition in Hamsadvani, you would have heard artists do Kalpanaswaras at various points. Most common one being in the Pallavi itself. Vatapi Ganapatim, they would have sung the whole kriti and then before finishing the kriti, they would do several rounds of Kalpanaswaras. Or you would have also heard Kalpanaswaras at the line Pranava Swarupa in the Charanam. Sometimes different lines can also be chosen. I have also heard artists do in the last Madhyama Kala lines, Karambuja Pasha. So it is up to the artist to choose. But right now we will focus our discussion on the Kalpanaswara part. So assuming that we are going to choose Vatapi Ganapatim, that first line, and we are going to sing Kalpanaswaras there. What are the things first we should know? Of course, first we have to adhere to the Raga Lakshanas, the swaras that are present in Hamsadvani. That is very obvious. Sari, Ga, Pa, Ni. So you have to use only these swaras while you are singing. Second thing, you have to remember Vatapi starts in the Samam. So whatever you do, finally when you finish, you have to start Vatapi here. So you have to do your math, your swaras, everything in such a way that when you finish the last note, here Vatapi should start here. So what is the suggested procedure for singing different rounds of Kalpanaswaras? I guess it's just aesthetics. You have to follow some logic also. First we start with smaller swaras, smaller count of swaras, and then we go towards higher count, and then we go for 1 avartanam, 2 avartanams and multiple avartanams in the end. Again, how many rounds of Kalpanaswaras should be sung? Here also there is nothing like a rule. You have to sing 5 times or you have to sing 10 times. There is nothing like that. If you listen to many artists, they have different ways of doing this. Some artists would just do a few rounds and they just finish the kriti. Some people would want to sing the Kalpanaswaras itself for like 4-5 minutes at the end of the kriti. So what we have to understand is there is no hard and fast rule as to how many number of Kalpanaswaras should be sung or how many rounds of Kalpanaswaras should be sung. Another thing that you must remember is whatever line you have chosen for singing the Kalpanaswara, you have to aesthetically finish the swara so that the takeoff of the Pallavi is very nice. Suppose the Pallavi line starts with the note Pa, let's say in Mohanam. So you have to finish it either in Ga or Da so that after that finish, the taking of that Pallavi line would sound very nice and pleasing. Suppose if your Pallavi line was starting in Ga, let us say. Then you would finish in Re, or Pa can also be done. Here again, there is nothing like you cannot finish in other swaras. You can finish wherever you want, provided you are able to stitch the Pallavi after you finish and make it sound pleasant on the ears. So I guess to sum up whatever I said, Kalpanaswara should be sung adhering to the grammar of the raga. That's the first point, which is very obvious. Second, different rounds of Kalpanaswaras have to be sung. There is no particular number that is suggested, it's up to the artist. Usually the sequence is you start with lower count of swaras, then you build on it, and then you go for half avartanam, 1 avartanam, 2 avartanams, multiple avartanams. And then the last point is you have to end the Kalpanaswara in such a way that the Pallavi takeoff happens in a very nice and smooth manner. I think in this episode we will only do so much. Many of you may already know all these aspects. Never mind, it's always good to reinforce whatever you know. Before I leave, here comes your assignment. Muthuswami Dikshita's Vatapi Ganapatim. We will try to understand Kalpanaswara singing by taking that as our composition. So your assignment is to listen to Vatapi Ganapatim and the rendition of the Kalpanaswaras in this composition by different artists. Try to listen to a few artists at least. See what they are doing. Are there any common features in whatever they are singing? So these are many things that you can observe. Lot of Manodharmam starts from listening to other people singing Manodharmam. Okay? So I will say bye here to all of you. Take care, and we will meet very soon again. Thank you. Namaste.